And for more on the political fallout of what OneBC is doing, let's bring in Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature. Now, Rob, at the center of this is a documentary OneBC made about residential schools. What can you tell us about that?
Well, that's right, Stacey. Your tax dollars going towards the new OneBC documentary film that many in Chattis's story there view as a hateful form of residential school denialism. It is called Making a Killing, and it launched last night at a private screening at the Legislature online as of now. The film focuses on whether there are any bodies buried in the unmarked graves at the former Kamloops Indian Residential School and whether Indigenous groups are profiting from reconciliation efforts. OneBC used some of the $650,000 a year it gets from the legislature to fund caucus staff and operations. It got that money in June when MLAs Dallas Brody and Tara Armstrong left the BC Conservatives to form OneBC. It only takes 2 MLAs to get official party status here, a threshold that the NDP set in 2017 to secure the support of the BC Greens, who still only have 2 MLAs. Brody refusing to say today how much she spent on the film, but calling it educational. Here she is at the legislature before that UVic event.
We need to be fact-finding and seeking truth here. And so what this does is provide a more balanced view of what's happened. And we really believe that Canadians have been accused of something dreadful and accused of genocide. And this is really not the truth. It's not the truth. And so we need to have a broader discussion about this. It's been very one-sided, and children are now being forced to learn that they, for example, live on stolen land, that they have this shameful history, all of these things, and it's not true.
Other political parties condemning both the documentary and the public funding. There are no explicit rules that forbid this, but the NDP government House Leader Mike Farnworth suggesting that could change.
I think the use of funds like that for making videos of this kind is just, it's appalling.
Could you change the rules, or?
Right now, they are able to do that as elected MLAs in terms of how they use their caucus funds. But certainly, it's something that I think we could be taking a look at, because quite frankly, that's never really, I think, what the caucus funds have been intended for.
Using it to create a documentary that furthers a kind of a personal or political purpose, we just find acceptable. We wouldn't spend our caucus funds this way. We use it for staff research and coordination within this building.
The BC Conservatives choosing not to comment on this issue today. OneBC proving once again it is a bit of an agent of disruption here in BC politics and at the legislature, with daily bills, it seems like, on controversial issues, including one today that would create a public holiday to celebrate the anti-vax freedom convoy, amongst other things, Stacey, as the provocation from OneBC continues to garner them headlines both at the legislature and at places like the University of Victoria.